on you, or is it kind of the same thing?
Yeah, but I know Skimask. I know.
Okay.
I've hung out with Skimask. I know. Like again, like I told Skimask, I said we played poker for a long time, and when we did comedians of the compound last April or whatever it was, and then we got something to eat together. I was like, me and Skimask are, I consider him a friend now. I mean, he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
But I consider him like, we're on friendly terms. So
he's like the nephew you never had type of shit.
Yeah, he's a fucking idiot. Plus he started his show. When he started doing a show, it was funny to me. Like he's wearing a ski mask, doing an MLC wrap up, and this is all during the pandemic, the lockdowns.
Disgusting.
I know. Fuck. I don't think I've ever been this hungover.
All the ways you wish you could be, that's me.
I said, put the bunny back in the box.
Kelly Clarkson! Disgusting.
I know. Fuck. I don't think I've ever been this hungover.
All the ways you wish you could be, that's me.
I said, put the bunny back in the box.
Let's see. Let's listen. I have all the old intros here. Who remembers this one? Remember this bag? Classic intro for a while. This was a good one. Oh, of course. And of course.
Music makes you not even
And of course.
What's up with zero? Music makes You ready?
What's the last intro? Oh, of course, we already played it. Folks, ladies and gentlemen, Skimask Collective, episode, 304 of a show I never even wanted to do. But there you go. Chad's fat. There you go. Unbelievable. Unbelievable what's happening out here. Skimask Forever episode. We have to do this so we can move forward. The only way out is through. So we're going to cover it all today. We'll talk about the past and the present and the future, whatever you freaks else. If you want to ask anything, today's the day to get it out. Many of you watching this have been quite loyal people from the beginning that we've seen in real life. Skimask was much nicer to people than I always was. So I'm here mostly on behalf of him than for me, and mostly for you than for me. But we had some stuff to talk about. The link has been sent out to a few. I was going to do a total solo show just to bang it out and go over what I wanted to go over, but I sent the link out to some choice people. What is this shirt? I forgot about this shirt. The Kate Meany Loves Coke shirt. Who could forget? Probably the greatest merch store in the history of podcasting we had at one time. But then we couldn't pay the bills because we don't beg for super chats enough. Where's the banner? Speaking of that. This show is chaos. It's always been chaos. There's never been a plan. Here you go. Here's the detail. Long story short, same as always. If you want something definitely, same rules as it's always been. If you want something definitely read, super chat it. If you just want to support the show, read the bottom. Join the Patreon, really. $3 gets you everything. That's the best way to look at it as a once-a-month super chat, as I've always said. Or at the bottom is my accountant's information. If you want to cut out the YouTube middleman. I don't want to disrupt the show super chat. But anywho, so we may have people popping in and out as the show goes. I guess we have someone right off the bat. Let's see who the hell this is. Go ahead, caller.
I have, so for Noah, is he at your ex's today? He got the 9 of Pentacles. That's a very feminine card. And then Jethro, I got the Tower. And so I think he's going to be playing outside a lot today.
We just went outside. They're just over here. Ashleigh Marie Thornton, of course. Were you the original Tub Club member?
Well, Chrissy Mayer is our founder.
Right.
Remember? How could we ever forget that?
Never forget. Just like 9/11, which was an inside
Yes.
job, of course. Now, what do you have to say? What do you want to? Can you do a reading for a deceased co-host? Can you do a reading?
Oh, absolutely.
Let's do a read. This is the show. This is the Skimask Forever show. So let's keep it about Skimask here. Let's do a reading for my dearly deceased co-host, please.
What's the question you're asking?
I don't know. Are there big pieces in the afterlife? Do you keep your piece? Do you get a bigger piece? Does he have his
What's
ball?
going
Does
on
God
with
have
the
his ball
pieces in the
bag out?
afterlife?
How big is God's bag?
How
Let's see the God bag.
Oh, he got the 9. It's huge. 9 of Cups.
Wow.
9. Yeah, that's big.
Well, that's
And
wonderful.
what's interesting about this card is like he's sitting in front of a blue curtain, so it's like we can't see it. But we all know it's there, right?
Of course. We all know the bag is there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you're the first guest we've had today. You've always been good to the show, Mrs. Thornton. So we appreciate you and
And the
being.
show has always been good to me. Thank you.
Oh,
I think I DM'd you this. I didn't see anything publicly because honestly, like the last time I spoke with Ski would have been, I don't know, people can look it up on, like, just go back on the YouTube channel. Like, I don't want to pretend like we spoke frequently because we didn't.
no, I didn't
But as
either. I refuse. You know my rule. I said on the air, as he said on the air, I said on the air, I save it for the show. He would call me, and I would say, "Why are you calling me? Just talk to me on the air." That's how I treat most of my friends. I don't call me unless there's a show, and I don't even talk to me unless there's a show involved. So I don't blame you for that.
but yeah, so like I'm not gonna pretend we didn't talk that often, but I will say is I always did feel welcome and invited on the show whenever you guys would have me on. So that's really all I have to say is just, I always felt welcomed on the show. So thank you for that.
All right. Well, you'll be getting sports is continuing. The show's continuing. You'll be getting the link. But on behalf of Ski Mask, thank you for your service. Thank you for having a large chest bags, if you will. And
I have a question for you. I don't mean to switch the topic from Ski
please, I'm a
Mask,
terrible
but
host, which I'll get to. I'm not a host.
will you be going to Content Hotel and seeing your sports co-host Courtney Brooke?
I will. We'll do a stay tuned. I'll cover that. I'll cover that later on this show.
Okay, and then I don't know if you have any topics in mind, but I had some stuff happen in my life recently. I don't know if it's podcast worthy or not. It's your show, though. I don't want to take away from you.
It is my show, and I do have someone much more important in the waiting room. Would you like to? No offense, of course. Would you like to say one thing that's happened to you, and I can comment on it?
Here, I'll give you a choice of three. There's the drunk driver that ran into my yard. There was the union doing shady shit, so I filed a complaint with the NLRB yesterday.
That sounds
And
boring. What's the third one?
oh, and then my sister did a DNA test. We found out my mom has a half brother that we didn't know about. Oh, and then thing number 4, Fort Smith Film Festival, Dead Air's Arkansas premiere will be August. It's like the 7th, 8th, and 9th of August or something.
Well, that's
like
just
that.
a plug. So quickly tell me about the person, the DUI, and was it me?
It was not you. And I don't know
Thank
how
God.
we can activate the Dabbleverse to get them in on revenge. But the gardeners are outside. Anyway,
Gardeners.
it was, yeah.
Call
It was
ICE.
the 4th of July. So Mr. Thornton and I are at home watching television. We get a phone call from his son, and he said that, so he didn't see it because he was in another room of the house, but he heard a big crash. So he goes outside, and there was a drunk driver. He hit the tree. Mostly our bushes got nailed, but honestly, if the tree hadn't been there, he would have gone straight into our house.
Very nice. I'll nail your bush. Was this person a gardener as well, if you know what I mean?
No, he was this like white loser drunk guy.
You leave my co-host out of this. All right. I'm going to let you go. Thank you, Ashleigh. We'll talk.
All right, have a good show. Ciao.
All right. Good luck. Goodbye. There you go. Ashleigh Marie Thornton, the ever... can you say retarded? I don't know. Anywho, I told you I sent a link to some people who deserve it. Let's just get right to it. Who cares? I don't know how shows work. I don't know how to host a show. That's why Ski Mask always did this. This guy hosts all kinds of shows. Ladies and gentlemen, Shuli Agar.
Man, if there was ever a time for a drunk driver to crash into that story and move things along, that was
Jesus
it.
Christ. He probably wishes he was dead after they came out of the house. My God.
Ski Mask lucked out missing that story.
God. Boy, did he
Oh,
luck
yeah,
out in a lot of ways. Never has to take an Ashleigh Marie Thornton call again, and I have to take all the bullets.
Jimmy, I just
What
wanted
up?
to come in here and pay my respects to you. You know, we've known each other for a little while. We don't talk a ton, but when we do, it's always cordial. It's always professional. And I got to say, you know, I was thinking, I remember there was a time where people were busting Jim's balls for having a day job. And then I'm watching him on social media in Italy while everybody's chained to their fucking desk doing the same shit over and over again. And I just thought, who's laughing now, right? Good for
Who's
you, my
laughing
friend.
now? You gotta laugh.
And yeah, and as far as Ski, again, we weren't super close. We talked. I put Ski Mask in a category that to sum it up, the Stern Show did a roast years ago, and Jackie and John and Gary and Fred, they all roasted Howard. It was after his divorce. And most of the guys just read out of a joke book. And then Fred went up, and Fred started attacking Jackie. And he started attacking Jackie's marriage and calling Jackie a sucker for having to build a recording studio for his wife and their shitty band. And Jackie just looks at me and he goes, "What are you attacking me for?" And Fred said, "It's got to go somewhere. It's got to go somewhere." And that, regardless of what you think of Ski Mask and when you guys were together, working together, it always went somewhere. You didn't know where, you didn't know how. You may not be a fan of it, you know, but it was always something. It always went somewhere, and you got to respect that. And I'm sorry for your loss, and I just wanted to come and say hi and pop in.
Oh, I appreciate that, Shuli. And it always went somewhere. Mostly ends in one of us showing our genitalia, but if
Sure.
we couldn't come up with anything else, you know how that goes. But Shuli, I was going to give you a shout out later. I don't know if you're able to jump on, but you were, to your credit, people can say what they want about you, and they do say a lot of things on that Twitter. You ever been on Twitter? It's fucking crazy.
I pop in. I dip a toe in here and there, you know.
But you were, I will say, and I have a list of people to thank and a list of people to not thank later on in the show. Let me tell you, because that's what this show was. Shuli, and you may, whatever, I'm going to say it anyway. You reached out directly afterwards, which you never, nobody had to do, by the way. I was like, please, he didn't text me. But Shuli was nice enough to reach out directly and say kind things. And that was, I know you got a lot of stokes in the fire and you have no reason to interact with this nonsense on our level. So I appreciate that. That was very nice of you. So
it helps,
that's
man. With loss, you never know where it can come from. But every communication from somebody sending out their best to you is important. And at some point, one of them kind of opens that release valve that we all got to get to at some point with this shit, you know. So,
all right, what's in your news before I let you get on to better things? What are people? Yeah, show later. What's going on?
Yeah,
is Stuttering John dead? Is he fat? What's going on?
Silent prayer, maybe, but we are moving right along. We actually are doing a variety of things. I think we got Mr. Kumia on joining us tonight. And we watch a lot of different shit now. Some Steel Toe, some John, some old Jerry Lewis being a pompous asshole in interviews, which is endlessly entertaining. Old shticky Vegas comics. Like, we're having fun. It's so much fun to not be devoted to one topic the entire show and kind of do all kinds of weird shit. And we're having fun. And so we'll be on tonight at 8. And other than that, you know, I just wanted to pop in and say you've always been a stand-up guy through all the bullshit, and again, sorry for your loss, my friend.
I appreciate it, and I'll have you know. I don't know if you knew this. In certain what we call Soccer Ball Comedy Club in New York, your picture is still up on the wall. I see it almost weekly, almost daily. Just so you know, I'll send you a pic next time.
I love it. I miss. That's the only thing I miss out there, besides the hatred of Jews, is just hanging out at the clubs with all the comics.
I'm keeping that going strong. Don't you worry about that.
Thank you.
Whenever you want to come back, I'll be happy. If you miss it enough, I'll give you a call and spew some anti-Semitism if you need it.
It's always welcomed over here. Always, especially from you. Take care, my friend.
All right. Thanks, Shuli. There he goes. Shuli Agar. Unbelievable. Right off the bat, get it in, get it out. That's how we do it. Yeah, and to to Shuli's point, it's about having fun. I guess we could start there. So listen, this all started with Skimask. We'll do a Skimask. This is basically a This Is Your Life Skimask host episode. Skimask obviously started his show solo, eating mostly watermelons on the beach. If you saw the old videos, I know some people were posting them. Cooking hot dogs on a rotisserie grill on a desk. Eating watermelons on a table at a beach. And I became aware of it just from watching MLC. We'll get to MLC maybe, because why not? This is the show. Because obviously this whole show, Skimask Collective, started as Skimask doing an official, unofficial wrap-up show of MLC. When we first started, it was the kind of the green room post MLC. We would just invite whoever was on MLC on the show. It was Skimask. Obviously, we were introduced to the great Cabana King early on. Skimask's brother. I think that's pretty well-known knowledge at this point. I mean, in one of our later episodes, just in the fall, he kissed his brother on this show for $100, and then somebody sent more money, and I dipped my balls in my own urine. I mean, that's the show. So that's how, from humble beginnings, just doing it for fun. But to my point, I have ADHD, by the way. That was my rule. So I got on this. This started when we would run, Skimask knew me from Compound, from being an idiot when I would go in the Compound studio, and from back in the day, calling into Burning Bridges myself, and getting on MLC here and there. So I forget, I don't know how we started. I can't remember what I did yesterday. But me and Ski started just very casually talking. He invited me on one of the early eps. I don't have it. It was in the teens, I believe. It was when I was staying at Mead's house during the lockdown there. And I told the infamous colostomy bag story. Of course, the OGs will remember. In short, had sexual relations with the girl in the colostomy bag that burst during the evening and soiled my bed. And then a mere week or two later, one of my other friends had sexual relations with the colostomy bag girl and soiled one of my blankets. So that was my first foray into Skimask Collective, was just coming on as a guest, telling that show. By the way, the colostomy bag girl is dead. So, colostomy bags in heaven. So hopefully maybe Skimask is bursting her bag up there or down there. I don't really know how anything works, or in the astral plane. I don't really know how anything works, nor do I care to understand how it works. So I came out and then told the colostomy bag story, of course. And a fella by the name of Kevin Brennan reached out to Skimask and told Skimask he should have me as a permanent co-host. And Skimask and I went back and forth on this a lot because I never wanted to do it. I don't even like doing what I'm doing right now. You people who watch the show know I hate hosting. I've always fought with Skimask on this. I never want to host a show. I don't like what I'm doing right now. I don't think I'm good at it, nor do I care to be good at it. I like sitting to the side and saying dumb shit and trying to derail shows more than put shows on rails. Speaking of rails, Mancation next week in Rhode Island, but that's a whole nother bag of hammers. So I did an episode or two, you'll remember, in the back of my mother's garage, of course, in the halcyon days of pounding Espolone with a machete over my shoulder. And that was it. And the rule, long story short, to bring it all back to what Shuli said about having fun. Literally what I told Skimask is I'm only doing the show if I'm having fun. And I still live by that rule for this show and Sports Mask. I only do these shows because I have fun doing it. I remember when we had, we're used to 5 people watching. I was surprised when we had 2 people watching. I don't care. I'm doing it for fun. This is not, I'm not a comic trying to sell tickets where I'm doing it for views. We're doing this for the love of the game. So, yeah, that was literally our rule from the beginning with me and Skimask. That was my only stipulation with doing this show is I'm not going to do it if I'm not having fun. That's why you've seen many an episode over the years of me angrily signing off. But if you see me on the air, it's because I want to do it. And I do enjoy doing it. I've been doing this since I was a kid with my fucking Talk Boy or my dad's camera recording wrestling or doing my Galaxy Talk show I used to do with my cousin when we were like 10. So that's how it began. Was just the Skimask wanted a co-host. He had rolling guests. And Kevin Brennan told him to get me on, and I guess you could say the rest is history. I don't fucking know. A quick aside. What are we doing? What's going on with the mini fans? Why is everybody holding a tiny fan into their 3 inches from their face all of a sudden? Did I miss something? Why just this? These fans have been around for eons. Why all of a sudden are we holding mini fans to our faces? It's ridiculous. Am I nuts? Are you people noticing this where you live? Everyone in New York, when I was in Italy too, everyone had the mini fans and they're just holding it here. Put a fan in my pants if you need a fan. I don't know, and they're gonna fill landfills. The single-use plastic bullshit. This is going to be the show now. Stancil Thunberg. I'm just going to start ranting about the environment and single-use plastics from here on out and hopefully dwindle our viewership down to 0. That's kind of the fun thing is try to see how little viewers you can get. That's the real challenge, folks. So... oh God, here we fucking go now. Well, why wait? Why wait? Royalty. Let's get right to it. Hold on, let me get this out of the way. Oh, look at this. As I said at the top, quickly, as always, and today, of course, if you want something definitely read, super chat it. We'll definitely get it read. If you want to cut out all the middlemen who want to support the show, the Venmo and PayPal's at the bottom, and join the $3 for the Patreon. I just uploaded 3 things this week, so you actually get shit. Here you go. Let's see. Get these out of the way. We'll bring on our next guest. Why did you turn on Ski the last few months? Ooh, did I? Turn on Ski. Let's see if I can. What did I do? I always told him the show sucked when he was drunk. I mean, listen, go watch the early and our next guest can comment on this too. Watch the early episodes and even some of the later episodes. The kid can host a show. Literally, like I just said, I suck at hosting, as you all can see now. I like sitting to the side and commenting when spoken to and telling my dumb life stories when I can think of them. So I always got annoyed. I was annoyed. As I said, I like having fun. And when Ski was hammered, I would essentially have to host the show, which comes back to my original point. I hate hosting the show. So it just was that the show was. So I definitely didn't turn on him. The opposite, actually. I told him like he was hitting me up. He would hit me up to go live. I was like, I'm busy. Just go live. And that's why. Obviously, we had fun saying it's my network now. He doesn't do shows. But I told him just go live and do retarded stuff like we always did. I don't know if that's what you mean. But yes, I definitely turned on him in the last few months, for sure. It's definitely my fault. Stealth Chaos, he's an OG. Jim, you're a handsome motherfucker. If you were a bit taller, we could hang. Thanks. Wait, you don't hang out with short people? It'll make you look taller if you hang out with me. Probably make it look worse. Actually, I am good looking. I'm getting better looking. I think my penis is getting bigger too. Maybe we could take a peek later. Our guests would love that talk. What was... I can't read. Rebel Rider 77. What was up with Ski towards the end shows? Was he in and out of the hospital, drunk 24/7? Seemed like in his appearances were few and far between. Yeah. That kind of goes to my previous point. Wasn't it any? We always were very honest on this show. I think that's one of the appeal of this show is that me and him were brutally honest about our downfalls more than talking about what we're good at. No, he moved back down. He was moving around. Yeah, he just had gotten the job, so he was busy with, that was really the big thing. He got a job on the boat, and that was taking up a lot of his time. So we could never get on the same page timing-wise, because I mostly work in the evenings, and Ski obviously was on the boat. So, and then of course, yes. But that was nothing new with the drinking, as we know. The classic seizure in the Big Peace Tea, one of the great stories of all time, passing out on a escalator. All right, let's. We got a whole. All right, we can combine these two, I think, ladies and gentlemen. MLCOG, dear friend, probably more than me of Ski Mask, Teamster Tim, folks.
Hello, Jim.
Hello, Teamster Tim.
Back from vacation?
Barely. Headed to Rhode Island in the morning for 2 days.
Yeah. Well, my question is with all this, who's financing it? Man?
I am.
No, you're not. Dude, I know what you do for a living. You're not financing it.
Oh, yeah. They call me Daddy Warbucks.
Yeah, Sugar Daddy.
Ooh, well, you never know. Maybe a couple more super chats, I'll be somebody's sugar dick. No, Rhode Island is nothing. It's a 2-hour drive, staying at my buddy's house. Now, Italy, speaking of being an open book, I'm an honest man. That trip, me and my mom and her sisters have been talking about for years. So they planned it. They paid for the hotels. And then everything else was on us, the hotels and the tours. But I refused when they started talking about it. I was like, I'll pay. But they refused. They paid. All of my aunts, they paid for their whole families. There's 15 of us. My mom only had me and my sister, luckily. But so, yes, the Italy trip was intense and beyond my means for all that we did. But other than that, Daddy makes a couple shekels here and there, okay?
Well, did your sister, was she allowed to live in the main house, or was she relegated to the garage still?
My sister is very gay. My sister's gay with a wife. They have a house.
Right, that's right. Carpet muncher.
My sister's a big fag. Luckily, my sister's the girl, and my sister-in-law is the guy, if you know what I mean.
Right.
Now, well, fuck it.
What are we going to start talking about cock?
Let's get right to it. When was the last time?
Right to the cock.
Let's get right. Yeah, obviously. Look who brought it up.
Well,
you brought it up.
This whole network was built on cock. So,
yes. Have you seen look at the bag. Look at the bag. Remember this bag? Remember the Ski Mask bag with cocks?
Yes, I do.
Speaking of cocks, Teamster Tim, you'll love this. The love connection of 2025. My computer might explode, but we'll try it anyway.
Oh, no.
Lady
I'm here to talk about cock.
You said cock. You said cock, and she shows right up. Lady KB, unbelievable. Yeah. Talking about putting her butts on people's heads. When was the last time you seen Lady KB in person, Teamster Tim?
Vegas?
May. Yeah, middle of May.
Wow.
Vegas. Yeah.
I saw her at the end of May, and
right.
Yeah.
You didn't fuck her either. Oh.
I didn't. We were all. We wanted Victor. Victor had a chance, but he just kept talking about bringing her out to eat, and does her family own real estate, and talking about. That's how Victor hits on women. He just asks them if their family owns real estate.
I'm a classy lady. Come on.
Now
To
you
be honest,
What?
I think Julio's the only one who probably has a shot. You know, over-
Why?
really? I don't
I
think
don't know,
Lady
he
I like
KB.
chubby dudes.
No, because he seems like the most sensible of all these clowns.
Yeah, he's a nice kid.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, I
really?
forgot you met Julio.
Nice.
Yeah, a couple times.
But Lady KB is ferociously racist and will never have relations with what we call a gardener, right?
That's true. That's
I'm
true. I forgot.
not. I am not.
Are you?
No. No. I've
Well,
heard
let me
Tim
tell
say
you.
the N-word way more.
After-
Get the fuck out of here.
That's when he's. That's
I
when
may
he's
be a
at,
homophobe, but I'm not a racist.
he says the N word a lot when he's at Vince Lombardi, if you know what I mean. Come
Yeah,
here,
I
blank.
I think the first time I met Ski
Please.
was at what's his name's house? Aaron Berg's bicycle. What was his name?
Don.
And I think he flew up for that one.
Yes. I forgot
then he-
about that. That was the first. I think that was the first time I met him in the flesh as well. That was at Old Don's when he did a couple of secret shows there before we started doing them at. That was the first secret show, right? Don's backyard.
Yeah, that was the first one. And he had come up and I never seen what he looked like. So when I walked in that yard, like my first thing was scanning around the yard looking to see, who it was. And as soon as I seen him, I knew it right away. And he had this dumb fucking smile on his face, and yeah, and then after that, he drove up with a U-Haul, and I actually met him at the Vince Lombardi. That's
Yeah,
where we
bet.
met, at the Vince Lombardi. I met him there about 5 times. 5 times me and him went to the Vince.
Jesus, keep that.
Yeah.
Keep that. Should have kept that between you two.
No, he was 3 of the times he was with a girl, and the other 2 times it was just me and him. Yeah, those
Yeah,
were the
well,
fun
that's when obviously he moved up here, dating Chick Man Joan, of course. Set up a studio in Chuck's basement there.
What are you
Was that a
making
couple-
faces? Why are you making faces, KB? Who's off camera over there?
Nobody. My
Seem to
dog.
look your dog. All right,
Yeah.
go ahead, Jim.
No, that was it. I'm just setting up. I'm slowly and terribly going through the timeline. He moved up here. What was that? 2021.
No, it was. I think it was 2020. Well, whatever the pandemic started, it was
Right.
2020. Yeah, because
2020.
2020. Yeah.
But didn't he? Did he stay with you as well? Did Ski stay with you for a bit, or am I making that up?
No,
in my
no.
head? That was
He never
Ray.
He stayed here one night. We went. Well, Ray ties into this story. We went to the taping of of his special. It was me, Kevin, and his girlfriend,
and 5 other people.
yeah, no, that was. I mean, the place only held about 20. It was packed, but So anyway, we came back to my place. We hung out upstairs where I am right now for a little while, and my bed is right behind me, and so him and his girlfriend slept in my bed. And I said to him, "Okay, dude, don't be a fucking asshole, man." And,
Did they make white inside of it?
Well,
On
I
your
mean,
sheets?
I really don't know, but he says he did. Like, we talked about it. I go, dude, don't do anything fucking in my bed. And
You had your ear up to the door with a glass, like in the old days.
I was downstairs.
Yeah,
And,
you had your ear up to the glass.
but he came on like a year later, and he said, he was pounding away in my bed, and he was shooting those, and I called him up afterwards. I said, "You motherfucker, man." It was
Wow.
so many like just laughing on the phone with him, man. Oh,
Well,
you know,
yeah, I know you guys. I know
I
you
picked
were.
up most of the time. For the first couple of years, I always picked up. Towards
Well-
the end, I didn't pick up. The
Yeah.
4 o'clock in the morning FaceTime.
Right.
Yeah, I get him sometimes too. I'm like, what the? He's drunk. I know.
Yeah.
And when you
sometimes
did
those are
pick up,
fun.
you'd be on the phone for like an hour. You're like, all right, man. All
He
right,
once
all right,
tried
man.
to
All right.
he once tried to put me on with his grandmother. He was trying to get his grandmother like on FaceTime. He was trying to add her on FaceTime.
Yeah. Well, obviously, it goes without saying. Maybe people at home don't know, but and not to be gay, but it's just the truth. This is the episode. Yeah, you were a big mentor, almost idol of his as a MLC legend and just a legend from the compound and all that shit. So I know you guys,
East Coast daddy, East Coast daddy,
right? East Coast Dad D, more like it.
daddy, right?
So I know you guys talked. You guys talked much more than me and him did. You would give me updates, or you would hit me up, or what's going on, and I would have to follow up. But yes, the late night calls were quite something. And Lady KB, you met him at Atlantic City that I wasn't at. Is that right?
Yeah, he was sober at the time though, so he was. I mean, it was still fun, but it wasn't ski, you know.
It wasn't on air ski, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's when because Melton had said some nice things about him. That's when Melton met him. That day
Yep.
he was with Austin and Austin's dad.
Who the hell is Austin?
Austin is his
One of
friend.
his Texas buddies.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
I knew three people from his circle. It was Cabana, Austin, and Neck Tattoo. Remember Neck Tattoo?
Yes, Neck Tattoo. He would come on and mumble through jail stories or something. Yes,
Oh,
Neck
man.
Tattoo. Many characters along the way. Oh, boy. Yeah, well, I don't know. What else?
Well, when Cabana, it was Sunday night or Monday morning. It was Monday morning, and about 4 in the morning, I seen a bunch of missed calls from Cabana. And as soon as I woke up, I looked at my phone and I knew right away. So I called him, and it didn't kind of register until like Thursday. So that was Monday. Chad called me Tuesday morning, and I didn't, I think I told KB and I told Ray, and that was about it. A couple of people. And I knew it was going to get out, but it wasn't going to be me who was going to say anything. So Chad called me the next morning because Ray had told Tukey, and then Tukey calls Chad. So that's how that went,
Right. Retarded Ray.
Of course, Ray, I even said to Ray, just shut the fuck up. It's going to come out and see what happens.
Sure.
But anyway, indirectly because of Ray, Chad called me. So, and I was half asleep, and he's like, I'm going to go live about Skimask. What should I say? I said, just go hard on him, and then, say something nice at the end. And that was the extent of the conversation. And
all right.
By the end of all this, he owes about, what, $2,500 in death pool money?
Yeah.
And he paid off everybody who won. He owes $2,500. And he blamed me. He's like, Teamster Tim made me do it. I made him do it.
Well, he lies about everything, and he stinks. That's a whole other thing I'll get to. Yeah. I got I forget. I was running around that week. I think I got a missed call or something Tuesday. Cabana reached out to me, I think Wednesday directly. Sent me a message about it, and then it went from there. And yeah, same as you. Just bit surreal, I guess. Still,
Yeah, it took like Thursday it hit me. Like that, I remember Thursday it hit me.
yeah.
Because you
odd.
start thinking.
I thought he was fucking with us. I was like, is this a work?
Now I knew, they would never fuck around like that. I mean, on the internet, if it went out onto Twitter, but a personal phone call, yeah, he would never do that.
Yeah, we didn't have that level of like Andy Kaufman.
Assholery.
Assholery, yeah.
It was top level, but it wasn't top.
I mean, it would frankly be pretty funny if I just added him to the screen right now. That would really.
What's up,
be a great
pussies?
trick. Yeah, pussies.
I
Well,
got
that's
pussy.
yeah, that's part of why I'm not gonna do a woe is me show or a fucking As gay as it sounds, I know. We literally, I think, have talked about it on the air. If he dies, like we literally have talked about it. I've said,
yeah.
throw me in a dumpster. He's said, like, who gives a, whatever, just keep going. So that's what we're doing, rather than sit here and be morose about it. Just sit here and we can make fun of him.
Yep.
But yeah, there's some favorite. One of my favorites was the Fat Fest with Fat Bob Biggerstaff, the first one, where Ray hiding his nuggets. That was a clinic in podcasting history, and of course the beach episode with the now ingratiated, the now disgraced Stevie Lou from the New Haven beach, where he fell through the table. One of the greatest moments in podcasting history. Yeah,
Stevie Lou is the greatest at being the worst. That's how I fuck it. He's the greatest at being the absolute worst.
There's a lot of people in that category that I could throw up there.
No, he's not. He's not. He's the greatest at being the worst. Terrible.
I don't know.
Not
Does he
funny.
still do the show? I don't even know.
It's not funny. He never was funny. There's no good qualities about him. He's just a total piece of shit. That's all I
Listen, Stevie Lou.
Don't hold back.
No, that's the show. This
he
is the
feels
show.
the same way about me, and whatever. For pension.
Yeah, there you go. Why don't you go to Italy?
Yeah, take me.
Because I'm not gay. That's why.
Whatever. It was pretty gay. Listen, Stevie Lou had a show on here for a time, the Sad Chad Show. Him and Skimask did. Stevie Lou would come on. He was good to us in the early days, and then he got he just became a Brennan ball washer in the last few years and couldn't take criticism about the show pretty much. Because it's all just talking shit, That's as I've always said, it's just talking shit. I love talking shit.
No, it's not just talking. He put his hands on me in AC. And I told him,
what part of you?
You put your hands on me again, I'll fucking kill you, man.
What did he mean?
I was there. I saw it.
What did he put his hands on?
Listen, I was all fucked up in AC. I don't even want to get into what I did, but KB knows. And
I was sober.
I was in the
yeah, right. You should have seen her in Denver after a couple of tequilas. The stories and pictures we were getting, unbelievable.
Oh my God,
we'll keep that.
I
off
forgot
the air.
about that.
Oh, I never forgot. I still touch myself daily to those pictures. Anywho, so we put his hands on you.
Yeah, and he's playing Kevin's bodyguard. You know what I mean? And like I was all fucked up, and I was kidding around with Kevin, and grabbed me. I'm like, dude, get your fucking hands off me, man.
Yeah.
Like you're number one, you're not a bodyguard, you're a fucking idiot. But
Yes.
I mean, I was in a blackout. I was in a total blackout. And that was the first time ever that I was ever in that condition on the stream. Of course, it had to be on MLC.
Oh, that was
Hey,
when.
you made Ski proud.
Right, exactly what I said. He called me up and goes, dude, that was so bad. I go, well, you got about 100 of them. That's my first one.
Hey, you didn't show up naked on the stream like he did, so it's not so bad.
Yeah, I mean, there was that episode. You remember the episode where he literally passed out on the air and fell out of his chair, and I just left the stream running, and he lived that time. So whatever.
Yeah, he had. I mean, and KB knows too, and I'm sure you do. He had 4 brushes with death. I mean, very, very close, man. And the one time, was when he flew back down to Texas, and he was on the escalator, and he went down.
Oh, one of my favorites.
When they had to cut the shirt off in the ambulance, it was the cock shirt you showed before. It had cocks over.
Imagine picking up a guy off an escalator and having to cut this shirt off of him. That's.
If it was me, he would have died. He would have been dead.
Yeah, you would have let him die. You would. I'm not touching those cocks.
Well, that was the thing. with me and him. Like he picked up on something real early that was just kind of a joke. You know what I mean? That the first time I ever went into studio for Burning Bridges, I was sitting on the bleachers and Kevin and Blindy, McCarthy, were talking about cock. You know, they were talking about, and I got up and I was starting to walk out, and Kevin goes, "Where you going?" I go, "You guys are fucking fags." And all you do is talking about cock, and it went out over the air. I didn't know, and he heard it. He heard it. So that's like really what kind of he tried to get in touch with me on Twitter, and then finally at his sister's wedding, he was in Mexico, and he called me. We talked for like 3 hours, and Cabana King. That's how he got his name. He was in the next cabana with two Mexican boys.
Yeah, I think we've said, I don't know if we've ever officially, I guess we could say it now. I think he said it on the air before in passing, but yeah, Skimask, for those who don't know, was the original N-word caller to Burning Bridges. That was Skimask, it would call him.
Right, and he also had the classic one with Bichetti. He called him Peter Griffin. Yeah. Bichetti went berserk.
I love when Bichetti went berserk.
It wasn't as good as the angry caller, but it was a funny one.
The angry caller was great, and then there was the other going down memory lane. There was remember that guy who called who said he was dying of cirrhosis.
Yeah.
I didn't know we got his name, but Kevin thought it was me for months. He thought I was the one who had cirrhosis. So that guy's probably dead, I guess. Rest in peace. Yep. Godspeed to him as well. Yeah. And then, go ahead.
It's, like I was thinking the other day, it's when, if I have 10 years left in me, I'm lucky. You know what I'm saying? But you guys, maybe 30 or whatever. When you look back on COVID, man, I mean, it was such a weird time. It was so fucked up. And like my life was a total fucking mess.
Same here.
29. I mean, right. And it was just a total mess. And then COVID hit and, the secret shows, that's like, there was not one person wore a mask at one of those shows.
No.
The only person wearing a mask was Skimask. That was
right.
But I look back on it and it's like a blur, man. It's like a blur. It really we had such great times with those shows, man. Ski was a big part of it. The Skimask Network was more or less the host of the early ones, that the first couple that Kevin came up and Florentine, he had some, we had remember when Kevin called Larry Bayer the Sammy Davis Jr. of compound?
Yes. Yeah, it was those shows in the early days were almost a collaboration between this show and Mead setting them up. Because we got to know, because again, during COVID, you remember the guests we had Agalo, Karen Fian,
Richie was at all of them. Bobby Tamburo, like all the compound guys were there.
Yeah, my point was it was very easy.
Gino, Saturday Night Gino, that was because of Ski. He gave him 100 proof vodka. He was drinking that.
That is 100%. That's
that picture of him on the couch.
Yep. That was because Skimask made him drink his 100 proof vodka all night, and then you have Saturday Night Gino in the seats there. Yeah. Well, yeah. See? Hold on. God damn it. If Vinny Cash doesn't send me a new fucking computer, I swear to God.
Well, speaking of Vinny Cash.
Cash, actually, he sent me this too. I've never been able to get this fucking thing to work. It's supposed to hold the microphone. I literally, even today, I haven't used it ever, as you people know. I tried to, I think he sent me a defective fucking microphone. He sent me this microphone and this holder, and this thing doesn't fucking work. I actually had time to set up today, and I pulled up a YouTube video to actually see. Let me see if I could ever make this thing work. Impossible. And I see all these other podcasters using it.
Put it in the
It's-
garage. Put it in your mom's garage.
My mom doesn't have a garage. My mom moved. That house is sold to fucking chink
Oh,
lawyer.
there we go. That's where the money came from. There you
No,
go.
not yet.
Yeah,
She's
of
not dead yet. I got to kill her
Yeah,
to get
but
the
they
money.
sold the house. I'm sure you had to get your fucking greedy little hands in there.
No, I have to kill her to get
I
the
hope
money.
you took care of fucking Julio, man. I really do. You should have threw him a couple of G's.
Yeah, I throw him a couple G's every month, if you know what I mean.
I know.
So this thing is worthless, Vinny Cash. Vinny Cash, I'll send this back to you if you send me a computer from this decade, or the last 2 decades for that matter. But wait a minute, you reminded me. It's like, yes, that's old news that she sold that house. That was back at the end of whatever the fuck.
I didn't know.
I didn't know that
oh
either.
yeah, she's living up in up the line there by my sister. She's bought a condo. My mom's old. My mom's 76. She could barely. I almost left her, and she could barely get around Italy. I almost fucking pushed her down the stairs just to get that sweet, sweet house money. But I guess I'll have to wait. I think that's a good thing to do. I think we do have to start putting our parents out to pasture after a certain age, especially in today's hard times. I think it's very important, folks, everyone watching the show. Just like I always ask you to do on a football Sunday, as far as locking your kids in a closet and sending your wife to the hospital, it may be time to start actively, I'm not going to say murdering, but actively putting our parents out to pasture. The younger generation needs the money, Teamster Tim. It's not like when you grow up, okay, when you could actually afford
Listen,
things.
man, I don't have any, like, everybody in my family's dead. They're all dead. All of them. I'm the last one. That's it. And
Wow,
KB, you too, right?
Yeah,
As far
well, my
as-
mom's still around, but I don't talk to her. She's crazy.
Right. Well, your dad passed when you were young, right?
Yeah, my uncle's dead.
My
Who
dad's
else?
dead. Oh, I learned
Ski Mask is dead.
Ski Mask is dead. My friends are dead. I got a lot of somebody else died recently. I even forgot about. Here's a fun fact from Italy. A quick aside. Speaking of dead relatives, I found out one of my great uncles, my Uncle Mike, died in World War. 2 days before the war ended, it was a tail gunner in the Pacific shot down by the filthy Japs. They couldn't find his body for years. He's buried in the Florence Veteran Cemetery in Italy. And my uncle, my great uncle Danny, was also killed in Italy, but by the Germans in World War II. I knew they were both killed in World War II, didn't know the details. So there's a fun fact. What do you think about that? Care to comment?
Did he have a big piece?
I mean, he was straight Italian. I'm sure if my hog is as serviceable as it is, I'm sure they had big Italian sausages, Timmy.
Yes, yeah.
Do you remember?
imagine,
Were you at AC when that tranny Phyllis was there?
No, I wasn't at that show. No, but I
Oh,
did meet
Polish.
Ski after that show. Who'd you go home with? Well,
Ski
whatever.
Mask.
Yeah, so you met me at the Vince because he met me there coming back.
Oh, right. He drove back in his that green pickup truck and just played Spanish music the whole time back, which was
Right.
Yeah, that's really great when you're hungover and in a small Tacoma pickup truck is listening to Mexican whatever the fuck music. Thanks.
I mean,
Steve.
you start to get the best was when I first met him. I had driven up to Chuck's house, and we both weren't drinking at the time. And he gets in his truck and like he starts blowing in this fucking thing, man. I go,
Oh yeah, we both had that.
I never seen that before in my life, man. I'm like, what are you doing? And he wasn't drinking, but the thing wasn't working. He couldn't use the truck, so we had to actually take my car. I forget. But I never seen that in my life.
To start the
Yeah.
car, you mean? You have to be
Yeah.
sober? That's degenerate shit, man.
He had to blow into a tube.
Yeah, I had it too. I had it in my car for 3 fucking years.
Oh my god.
And then he eventually, I think he eventually illegally took it out. He may still have a warrant. Somebody should let Texas know that they
I
don't.
think he did still have a warrant with that.
Classic. Good.
He when it's all said and done, hopefully he'll go down in history in Texas because I seen the paperwork. He blew a 4.9.
A .49.
No, oh yeah, point whatever. Like the highest you can go without dying. And
Yeah,
and even the judge said that was like the most she's ever seen. In that.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, that's our boy. That's our boy.
Absolutely.
4
I blew a .27 and they were like, what the fuck?
What was his name?
Oh! Real funny.
All right, so this weekend, I'm waiting on a phone call from Vinny Cash to confirm. But either way, I'm gonna get to meet Vinny for the first time.
Where?
He's coming into Jersey.
Oh, somebody else Vinny Cash invites to hang out. That's not me.
He's gonna be in Long Beach Island all week. I'm sure you can reach out to him. If
yeah.
you're not on vacation. It's amazing.
Oh, you know
come
what?
back
He's
from
probably
vacation,
hand delivering me the, you know what? He's saving the shipping and delivering me the computer by hand. That makes sense.
That's right.
I don't blame him. I'll give him this fucking piece of shit microphone holder back and I can get a computer. Vinny Cash, hit me up. I'll get you into a soccer ball. Come hang out at a soccer ball club some night. We could regale ourselves with tales of yore, like when Skimask kept falling asleep at his house, which is a classic.
Vinny Cash is West Coast daddy. I'm East Coast daddy. Vinny Cash is West Coast daddy.
And then, of course, Big Daddy. Let's. Oh, look at this.
The yacht dog.
Here, let's blow through a couple of these. Like Timmy blows at the Vince. Let's see. You're in trouble, Lady KB.
I guess.
Where is
Sorry.
it? Does anything work around here? Jim, I love Lady KB, but she won't DM me back. What do I do? Do you get a lot of DMs from these freaks, KB? Or no?
Not really. Not really, no.
Be honest, KB. Who is the funniest person that you go back and forth with? The funny.
I don't really go back and forth with anybody. I guess you. You're really one of the only ones I text with.
Exactly. That's what I was getting at, you fucking dumb bitch, man. Me and her have some like epic, like text threads, like me and her, man. It's so funny. I go back and read them.
Thanks for the invite. Cool. Thanks for the invite. Don't worry about me. My co-host is dead, but you guys just have fun texting back and forth. Stealth Chaos. Jim, can TJ sing All the Young Dudes?
Yeah, this dude's been like, listen, he's been calling me Ian Hunt. I don't like the song, But
is that one of your gay hair band songs? Is that one of those gay 70s?
No, Ian
bands?
Hunter is from the 70s. All the young dudes,
Clip
David
it.
Bowie, he covered it or whatever. He wrote it and then I'm not a fucking Bowie fan, and I'm not, fucking whatever that clown was saying, Ian Hunter, Mata Hoopo, his name was. They call him Mata Hoopo.
Mata Hoopo.
Matt the Hoopo. Matt the Hoopo.
Matt the Homo. Isaac Walmart. How was the migrant situation in Italy? Oh, I was. Naples had migrants going on for sure, but it wasn't. I went to more the classy coast. It was mostly all locals and tourists. But I was out there smoking one of my Euro darts one of the evenings in the square in Naples by myself.
You can't just roll a joint, huh? You gotta fag it up. You gotta.
When I was in Europe, Timmy, I told myself I was going to smoke cigarettes.
When in Rome, right?
Yeah, literally. I smoked 4 packs. I smoked 4 packs of cigarettes in 7 days. And I brought my weed pen, but that ran out 2 days in. So then all I had was my sweet cigarettes. Shout out to Rothman's cigarettes. Can't get them around here. I was accosted by what I can only imagine was some sort of African migrant. He asked me for a cigarette, and I was like, no. He's like, hey, where are you from? Where are you from? And I was like, I just was, you know, me. I had the traps out, so I just gave him the look, and he went away. But other than that, you know, Daddy had the arms and traps out, right, KB?
Yep.
Was I good looking in Denver or what?
Yeah, you got a haircut since then. It looks nice.
Yeah.
One of my lady callers works at a salon.
That was my bit, the long hair. He stole that for a while too.
Me?
And
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a hack. Who cares? I don't know anything to anybody. Let's see. How was the migrant situation? Oh, look at that, dear friend. I was just using St. Ranger. I just packed my blanket for the beach this weekend. My co-host may have died, but I just continue to go on vacations, mostly just to piss Timmy off.
I could care less. I would never want to go on vacation with you and a bunch of other dudes.
You love it. The first thing, you're obviously jealous. The first thing you said was, how are you affording all these vacations?
I have no interest in going to anywhere out of the United States.
I'm going to Rhode Island. Beautiful beaches. Shout out Scarborough Beach in Narragansett. Come by this weekend. I'll be there Friday, Saturday. I got my boogie board in the car already. You ever boogie board? It's the man's way to surf, Timmy.
Yeah.
Sounds gay.
Yeah. Come on, KB, come on. You know what's going.
What?
You fucking Rhode Island. Isn't that's like, what is that? Not Cape Cod. There's a town up in Rhode Island that's like,
oh,
you know,
P-Town?
What?
Yeah.
That's where you're headed, and, you know, we know the deal.
I know the name. Actually, you'll love this, Timmy. My boogie board is bright pink.
Of course it is.
Goes with the brand.
Dude, I was going through pictures, and the picture of all of us, me, you, me, Kevin, and Eye in the Sky. You're holding up a pink gay shirt, man.
Oh yeah, the I'm gay shirt. That was gifted
I have
to
that
me.
on my phone somewhere.
That was gifted to me.
Yeah.
By Brian McCarthy gave me that shirt.
Of course,
that was an iconic picture of the early. That's when it really all began. Yes, exactly. Me, you, Hack Jokerson, of course. Me.
Right. That was at the live podcast.
That was at the stand. Yes.
And the beginning of all this stuff for me was 2019, but like in March, I went to the first live show with Kevin, and then the roast is when I met Mike Soki. Remember Soak?
Of course, Soki.
Take your pills, Mikey.
Take your pills, Michael. He still pops up every now and then. He hit me up.
I haven't talked to him, and I feel terrible, man. He was, like I said, he was one of the guys, you know, at the worst time in my life. Me and him would talk for hours. I was driving, you know?
Yeah.
And we would talk for hours, and we just kind of lost touch, man. But, you know, we met on 14th Street. We went to the stand for the roast. And to give credit where credit's due, Mike Soki started the Taffy Jaffe.
No, he didn't. I did.
Yeah. No, it was Mike Soki. I was sitting right next to him.
I was sitting right next to him. I started it.
Yeah, Chad, the epic bomb of Chad Zumock that night.
He's been bombing ever since. I think that was the last time he's performed in a real club, possibly.
to see it live was just something to behold, man. Remember he came in, we were sitting upstairs, and like he walked in, and Kevin came over to all of us, like me, Soki, there was a couple other people sitting at the table. And like Chad stood back, like he was, you know, too good to come over and say hello, you know, at the time. Oh, that's Chad Zuma. I only knew him from Florentine, you know, and then, you know, for him to bomb like that, it's just like, this is fantastic.
Yeah, I still don't understand how do that for a living, how you bomb that hard. It's one thing if the jokes don't work, you know, Timmy, or KB, you know, it's one thing if the jokes don't work. That's one thing. If you wrote it, you thought it would hit, it doesn't hit. He couldn't even like get jokes out. He didn't know where he was. I've never seen that from somebody who does comedy for a living. That was an
epic roast. That was
great.
Kumia was there. Kevin
Soder,
Dan Soder, Norton,
Gino, Aaron, Feehan,
Kumia, And then at the end was the epic fight with Keanu and Alex Engelberg.
That's right. And getting back
Like,
into the news.
did they
of
actually fight, like physically?
Oh yeah.
There was some hair pulling and shit like that, but
She was
what's her
carried
name?
out. Somebody
Yeah.
carried Alex Engelbert out with their feet dangling in the air. It was hilarious.
Yeah, she got thrown in the cab.
And apparently she's back in New York City, so maybe I'll run into her. It's in the news. Maybe her and Gino can respark. Have a thruple. Has any thruple ever worked out?
I mean,
I don't think so.
I mean, he's really sunk to the depths of the lowest of the low, man. He's
Who's
gonna
that?
go to a fucking Gino. He's gonna go to a fucking golfing tournament up in Minnesota. I mean, I don't want to talk about it because KB hates this shit. So let's move on.
Yeah,
But
whatever.
it's terrible. And his
Gino's having
girlfriend
fun. Gino's having fun.
and his wife with fucking Ashleigh, like they go after KB. Man, are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me, man?
I don't care. I don't care
Yes,
what
you
those
do.
fools
You,
think
come
about
on,
me.
you do care. You do. You
Why?
do.
What did
Come
they
on.
do to you?
They talk shit like they said something about it, but whatever. But she cares. Believe me, she
About who?
cares.
They're
You,
poor.
KB?
They're poor. Yeah, they're poor, and I don't
What
care.
did they say about you? How did you get
don't-
involved?
I have no idea. Oh, it doesn't matter. I don't. Whatever.
No. It
This
does
is
matter.
the
Come
show.
on.
I don't
No,
have.
no,
A, I'm
no.
not. A, I don't. I can't host. I,
gotta-
suck at hosting.
No,
Talk
let's get
about
KB
anything.
out of her shell because any podcast she goes on, she always holds back. She holds back.
Oh, she
So
wasn't
come on,
holding
KB.
back in Denver after
Fucking
a couple
swing some shit.
tequilas.
Right. That's the KB I want to see, man. I've seen her in action.
Oh,
man.
I've seen that. I've seen something.
It's not worth it. It's not worth my time. You know.
All right, TJ, the pink blanket OG. Care to comment?
Yeah, we've been over the story many times, man. The only thing I will comment is that a couple of weeks ago I was watching I think it was Cardiff, and he's like somebody said, that's the time that you yelled at Teamster Tim for taking pictures. Right? Now KB's here, so he can confirm this story. Ray
Breaking
comes
news.
over to my fucking hotel, right? And then KB came over in the morning for breakfast, right?
Mhm.
I could care less about anything else but KB's tits. She was sitting directly across me,
God.
and I mean,
I
she
like
had
the
a
ass.
green,
I like her ass
I-
myself. I walked
Right.
behind her the whole time. in
she had a
Denver, let me tell you.
green. She had that jacket on, I think, with a green, like tight shirt and a strap going between her cleavage. I mean, her
Yeah.
tits were just
Big.
yeah, and Ray's talking about waffles and then he's talking to these strangers next to me. And the guy looks at me and he says, "Don't take any pictures." And I took it as like, what the fuck? And what's this guy talking about? And he said it again. And KB, you can confirm this, right?
Yeah.
He said it.
Yep.
He said it again to me. I'm like, dude, why would I want? These look two strangers.
This is the
Him and his
Who
potato.
the fuck are you?
Yeah. Who the? I'm like, who the? I didn't say that. I was being nice, but like, why would somebody say that? And it turns out that the night before, this guy's got a wrestling mask on, and he says, I introduced myself as Team. I walked up and said, "Oh, hi, I'm Teamster Tim." Like, again, KB was there. Did I do that, KB? Did I
No.
do that? Okay. So, I mean, they fucking lie, and it just pisses me off. Like, it's a total stranger. Again, Ray DeVito was a big catalyst in the story because he
Of
knew
course.
him. He knew who the potato was. So he says, hey, that's Cardiff Electric. At the time, I didn't know Cardiff Electric. I had no idea who the fuck Cardiff Electric was.
Mhm.
And it was just a stranger. And he's asking me not to take pictures. That's all it was. But they twist the fucking story, man. It's like he had to yell at Teamster Tim not to take a picture.
It's all
Like, how
gay
he's gonna-
works. That's why I don't watch
It
any
was
of it.
ridiculous, man.
It's all
Gotta get
gay
their content.
works. Yeah, they need some kind of content. They don't leave their house like I leave. Now, Stealth Chaos, get Lemmy and Lady KB together on screen and let's fucking
No, I
go.
actually have to go back to work.
You have to
Yeah,
go to work
I told
now?
you.
Yeah, I'm on my break. I have to go back to work and finish. And I have to go to the dentist
yeah.
later.
Oh, yeah.
I think, wait. She told me a while back, dentists are fags or lesbians.
Fags. I have fag
Yeah,
dentists.
fag dentist. Got fag.
Bag, lesbian, or Jews.
She
Send
always
the,
comes, she texts me back. She's like, back from the dentist. She goes, guy has hands all in my mouth. And I'm like, You know where those hands? You know where those hands wobble? He's probably jerking off his boyfriend fucking 15 minutes
Ew.
before he's doing your thing.
Great,
Yeah.
thanks, Tim.
Enjoy
You're
that
welcome.
appointment.
Have a good day, KB.
All right, bye.
I love you,
Love
man.
you.
All right, Lady KB, folks. Send the I got a keg, pussy. Says send the amazing Vito a link. Best episode ever. Remember the amazing Vito? That guy.
I still, I do have his number. I should call him, man. And yeah, amazing Vito, man. I did a couple of shows with him. All right, so let me get to see this right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. What I'm pointing at.
It's a big dildo, right?
No, it's I want to take this off the stand.
It's the yes.
That's the original ski mask.
The laminated ski mask. I remember that. He was very proud.
It was
of
in
that.
the back of his truck for months. In the
Yeah.
back of his pickup truck, and he brought it to my house, waterlogged. It took months for the thing to fucking dry out. But he kept asking me. He's like, "Dude, you still got that?" I go, "Yeah, I got it. It's in the closet. And to be honest with you, I had intentions of throwing it out many times, but I just never did. And now I guess I can never throw it out.
It's a pretty good piece of history.
Right. And this what I'm holding in my hand right here. This was I bought these off that guy. Remember Steve from Compound?
Steve Conti?
No, he was early on. He used to do T-shirts and stuff like that.
Oh, Torelli.
Steve Torelli made
Yeah.
these stickers. These stickers
Yes.
are the first SMC. So this one I just put on, and this I'm going to give to Vinny Cash. These are the original stickers. That's it.
Yeah, Torelli's interesting because I don't know if he had a fallout. He used to mess stuff early on as well, obviously. And then let's just get some of these, and we got somebody else here. Nice podcast, dude, but this might be the sexiest panel in the shitverse. Wow. I think he was talking about when Lady KB was here, but I think he likes you too.
Certainly ain't talking about me.
Oh, come on now. Let's see. The Italian boys will be on you like flies, KB. Yes. Like shit on stink. Woodrow, rest in peace, Ski. He was a really funny guy, quite a character. Yes. Very nice of you, Woodrow. Yes, and that's the show, is just being ourselves and being idiots and telling all these retarded lives we live. We might as well talk about it. But we had a very good time.
Let me ask you.
Hold on. He wants to ask you, TJ.
Wait. It's Permaseal. Ooh, let's stop the whole fucking show for this guy.
Yeah, let me buy you a beer sometime. We have more in common than you think. You are killing it on Clown Town.
Right. 6 mic. Right. See, you're lucky to have me on here because right now I'm 6 mic on Clown Town.
Wow, what the fuck is Clown Town?
Clown Town is just there's some OG MLC fans.
I was never invited, so it can't be that OG.
Listen, man, I gotta kick it up to the powers that be, but I'm sure that you will be
OGs of what? The Super Chat era that stinks?
No, they've been around a while. Big W, Big W.
Maybe, but isn't he a Super Chat era person?
But he's been around for a couple of years. You would know.
All right.
How about Furious? One Furious
F. Of course.
Right, he's on it. And those are there's 3 main guys. I don't know about the other guy if he's
Send the link. Thrubble's 20, South Chaos, Thrubble's 2025. Me, Lady Kibi, Lemmy for the win. South Chaos really likes the podcasting, girls. All right. Here's somebody else that knew Ski well. Talked to him more here than I did. The Quadfather, who you'll see is actively walking around.
What the fuck is going on here,
What are you having a nice walk?
Where were you when Shuli was on, man? What the fuck?
I'm out doing things. Like I'm out living life.
You're leaving your house.
You're inside. Why are you? What are you doing indoors? Get out and do stuff. You fucking loser.
Yeah. Who, me or Shuli or Timmy?
All of you. Everybody. I don't know. Everyone.
I had my wheel replaced. I already went to the park. Going to the gym later.
Wheel replacement? What do you have, a wheelchair too? That's cool.
Yeah, you would know something about that. No, I got a flat tire the other day, of course. I was on a donut, and then my jack failed and almost crushed my arm, so I had to call a AAA to do it, and then I had to make sure to tell him that my jack broke so he didn't think I was a bitch.
Holy shit! You guys were making fun of Steel Toe a second ago. And here's a guy that can't even change his own tire.
I
like
can
a
change
real
my own
man.
tire. I don't have a jack. My
It
jack
doesn't
is
sound
defective.
like it. Sounds like you got to call for fucking help. Like not a real man.
No.
Yep. I
What's
can
going
change
on
the
here?
tire in any
Are
condition.
you not doing okay? Is that like? Are you all right, bro?
My jack is broke. I threw it in the garbage. It was warped.
Buy another one. Harbor Freight. You ever heard of it?
I don't have
Jesus
money
Christ, get
for a
life.
jack. I'm going on vacations.
Like I have an excuse for being useless, but you don't. Stop it.
I'd rather go on vacation than jack. Whatever. I have a AAA membership. Daddy's balling. Okay, no big deal. Gold card, AAA.
You save
All
your
right.
money up for some jacks.
Enough about you. Now,
Why?
if you're a Ski Mask fan and you followed him, you know that the early like shows that Quad did, like there's so many iterations of BYB. I mean, the people have come and gone, but like the early ones with Ski and Grindle, you know, Ski was so loyal to Quad, man. He really loved the Quad.
Yeah.
Very loyal, man. And
obviously
he did
beautiful.
some classic
Yes, sir.
shows with Quad.
Yeah, you guys remember the FGTZ era.
Yes.
That's when I met old Ski, man.
Yeah.
Back in the
Yeah,
days.
I think me and him jumped on
We
together
kicked
the
it off
first time.
immediately. Kicked it off with the dirt bike talk. That's how it all started. Once he found out I was a dirt bike guy, even though I can't ride no more, we had a lot to bullshit about, and pretty much became.
No.
So I'll do it, dude. I'll yap all day long till you're hearing me, buddy.
Yeah, I he used to text me all the time and say I'm going on BYB, and you know, it mostly in the beginning, you know, it was great, but like towards the end, he would come in hot, and by the end of the episode, it was right.
Well, that's what he was doing. That's what he did here.
Episode, he could barely.
That's what he did here, to go all the way back to one of our early super chats asking about it. That was my issue. Not issue, that was what it was. But the last, he would, especially I knew if he was drinking, he would just run out of steam about a half-hour mark like clockwork. I mean, I talked about it on the show before. He would just run out of steam and then not talk or literally fall asleep. But yes, I will second that. He always was texting me that he's going on your show or whatever show he was going on. He's always excited to do it. And that's what I mean, where I said it at the top. He was much better to most of you people than I've ever been. I'm a piece of shit. But he would always go on shows if he could.
No, he would talk about that. Like he liked to, when he went on shows, he liked to give it his all. And he would talk to me about that. Like, don't you ever feel wore out after a show? Like, it's somewhat like that. You know what I mean? To try to like give 100% and whatever. It's taxing, especially when you're drunk or fucking high as shit on coke or whatever else you may be on. So that's just how it goes, right?
Sure,
Yeah.
I've done that too. Let's see. Man of my word, I'll read everything. How much money did Ski piss away with the online gambling? Was he drunk on EP 303, not just shrooms? I don't know, but I love the online gambling. We would send each other our retarded bets all the time. Like literally $1 to win like 1.5 million because it's like a 30-leg parlay just to laugh at it. I know there was a couple times. There was a couple times he would ask me for like a $6 Venmo. I was like, "What's this?" Like, "Oh, I got to place a bet." It's like fucking just random Venmo.
Dude, I woke up one morning, and I think Quad, you know, benefited from this too. I woke up one morning, there was $100 in my Venmo from Ski, And I called him back. I go, dude, what's this from? He goes, me and Vinny Cash won $13,000.
Yes, I remember that. I got a cut of that too.
You got
Was
a cut.
that when he got his king size bed?
That's exactly when he got it. And what was so funny about it was he, he had the bed delivered, and all he could talk about was the king size. But the guys who delivered it was like two big black guys. And just for me, he did this. He put his phone in his pocket, and he goes, he says to the guys on the way out, he tipped them. And he says to the guy, all right, boys, let's see them hogs, And the one guy turned around and he goes, what that motherfucker say? I could hear it faintly on the phone. And it wasn't a great recording. It was like, what? And all you hear is the door slam. And,
well, it was a great one of his last. He got the before he moved out. Do you remember? He told it on the air, the story about the cops came over because he was just wearing a robe and went to his neighbor's. I guess he was naked on his porch or something, and the neighbor called it in, and the cops came over. Classic stuff. Really good stuff.
I mean, he's like the things he's just done for me personally, like just to make me laugh. The one thing that I thought about was when he first came up here, he was, and shout out to Pat Oates. Pat Oates was a very close, Pat Oates, I'm sure he knows, but he was a very close friend to Ski. And I think he tapped out after that beach show. Like when you, that was it for him. Like he's had enough. But he let Ski open for him up in the Mohegan casino. And he called me up and he said, what should I do? Like, he really didn't have any jokes or anything. So we talked about some jokes, but I said, go on stage. I said, get a roll of quarters, go on stage and put the quarters in your pocket. And I said, say to the person in the front row, these ain't, this is not a roll of quarters in my pocket. I'm just happy to see you. You know what I mean? But what he actually did was, he got fluffed up by his girlfriend before he went on. And he had a pair of polyester slacks on, and his cock was hanging down his leg. And he sent me the picture, and I just couldn't stop laughing, man. It was, and Pat Oates said to the Indians don't go for this type of
yeah, Pat Oates was good. Pat Oates was very good to him in the stand-up arena.
He was. And he always did his podcast, he was definitely a good friend to him. Definitely.
Yes. Wait. Oh, wait, sorry. I didn't Husey Entertainment, not Ray DeVito. Quad looks like he could kick anyone's ass despite not actually being able to kick. But Zinger from I like to say England because it pisses him off. By the way, does Husey like guys?
Yeah, definitely a homosexual. That's confirmed. I mean, you go look at his Twitter feed and you'll figure that out very quickly.
Well, that's what I mean. He's always out drinking Guinnesses with these guys. Nothing wrong with it. I didn't know if it was public knowledge or if he obviously
he's a deeply closeted.
Really?
What do they call him over there?
Like to talk about it though.
He's a hooligan?
I don't know.
He wishes. No soccer team will have him. No fan club will have him either.
So let me ask both of you this.
No, I'm not gay.
All right. Timmy?
5.5 on a good day. A good day.
Nah, that's pretty much the...
It's just it's a half inch above average from what I
have ADHD, so I'll let that derail me. I was in the car with a couple of with two lady callers who were talking, and we were talking about hog size, and they said they prefer a 5 to a 6. They said anything over a 7 is no good. What do you think about that?
Yeah, you don't want to stretch that shit out too much, buddy. Trust me, they don't like it.
One of the funniest things I've ever seen was, I didn't know about it, but Quad's fucking profile pic was his cock with it had a top hat on it, man. And
Little
I didn't
Quad?
know.
You remember Little Quad?
Yeah, and Skimask pointed it out to me. He's like, dude, check out his profile.
That wasn't even me. That was someone else rolling around with my
Right, wasn't it? Yeah, right.
I've seen Quads hog.
No,
What
I'm
am I-
serious. I used to get super chats on my show. Little Quad used to send me money, dude. I don't know.
Well, one of my favorite cock pictures was Skimask sent me a picture of his penis in the refrigerator, and he was like, "I can't find any ketchup."
I got that. I got that one.
I had a lady on last night with a big hog. She said,
"Really? Who?"
Yeah, Ava, Riza. I know Timmy knows her.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah, I bet Timmy knows her.
They just want to argue all the time and about some shit.
Timmy, have you ever seen Ava's dong?
No, I haven't.
Big
No.
piece?
I listen, that's just not my wheelhouse. I didn't grow up that way. And, whatever.
People can change.
Neither did I, but I rolled with the punches. I had her on last night, and I rolled with it, dude. I'm not down with that shit, but also I can just fuck around and have fun.
Not that I'm not down with it, but
so I had her
I try just to have a conversation like on Clown Town. Like let's not address the obvious. You know what I mean? Let's just talk. But she always keeps going back to it. You know what I mean? Anything you say, it goes back to being gay or this, that. Like she can't have a conversation without being provocative. Like yeah, we get it. You're a tranny. We get it. We could all see.
We could all see. There's that one tranny porn that I follow. Let me tell you, who's that? Emma Rose or something?
Never heard of it.
She's got a medium piece. Well, I guess he. I don't know. We used to call them he/she's back in my day. Now I guess that's it's frowned upon. But anyway, what was I going to say?
You were going to say you love tranny cock. You love ladyboys. I think that's
shout out Emma Rose. Send her the link. Here's a serious nothing serious really. But what should I do now, boys? What should I do with this show? I can't host a show. I hate hosting. Me and Skimask.
You sound like Chad Zumach right now. Hey guys, what should I do? Like, should I
Chad
go
Zumach's
live
retired.
today?
I don't even acknowledge that guy is a fucking loser.
Here's what you should do, Jim. Is put some work into it.
No,
that's what you should do.
That's exactly my point. That's what I always.
What you're doing.
That's what I always fought with Skimask about. I want to be able to show up, sit here, and talk shit, and then that's it. That's my whole point.
Okay.
So what do I get a new host? Do I bring in a different host every time I do the show? Do I quit? Do I kill myself? Do I just do sports? What do I do with this show? MLC stinks, so we can barely talk about that other than how much it stinks.
Kevin's
You
big
can't do a wrap-up show?
A what wrap-up show?
MLC wrap-up show? You can't do that?
No. That's what this show.
Yeah,
what's there to talk about? It's Ray, Chad, Chad.
Fred Stoller.
Fred
Did
Stoller.
you know Fred Stoller was on Everybody Loves Raymond?
It's so saturated now with fan podcasts. Like everybody's got a podcast.
Right. That's why I don't even want to do it.
Yeah. So it's really, and the Clown Town that I'm on, these guys go on at 11 p.m. East, right after MLC on Saturday night. So it works for me because of my work schedule.
Sure.
So and those guys are fun, man. And very talented, man. The three guys who run it, and I enjoy being on it, man. And
that's great and all. That's great and all. And I truly don't have any problem. Everybody make a podcast. I don't care. Who the fuck am I? But for this show specifically, I'm not going to sit there like these other rubes and say, what did Chad say to this? What did Steel Toe do? Did Keanu do? I don't give a fuck. We don't do that here. We usually talk about traffic, and me and Ski would show each other our ball bags. We would talk about what made us angry. We're clearly both mental issues. That was the fun of the show. So. What am I gonna? I can't sit here by myself and do this show. What am I supposed to do?
Have you
What
shown
time
your
is it?
ball bag recently?
I'll do
Like
it at the end of this. Somebody super chat 50 something and I'll
Have you-
show my ball bag. I don't
How much
care.
to drink your own pee?
I already did that. Remember I did that when Levy was
I
on?
don't care. Do it again. Keep doing it.
That was another
Make
classic.
this-
Yep.
Make
Levy
this
was
the pee
on.
drinking show.
Levy was on, and somebody I said $100. I'll drink my own piss, and I drank my own piss on the air. Look it up, folks. It's there.
And you say you can't do production. Come on, man.
No prep, show
That's
prep.
genius.
No, but I can't host
That's
a show.
genius.
That's why we didn't do the show as much, because I would tell him I'm not, just let me know when you could do it and I'll do it. And he was always running around or whatever. But I'm not doing this show. I'll do sports by myself because sports is retarded and it's a parody of sports talk radio. But I can't do, I don't know the direction of this show.
Hey,
Can you do a soccer ball company wrap up show? Can you talk about soccer ball company?
No, I mean, I can. I'd just always rather not. Because, I'd just rather not. That's also kind of cheap, in my opinion, to be honest. It's like.
Well, what isn't cheap? Jeez, you got the longest list of shit you can't do or talk
Yeah,
about.
I don't know. I want to just. What I would love to do is get Mead as a host because we could just talk. We put on a good production, but. He's also, same thing. He's hard. I said he couldn't make it today. He had the link today and he got caught up at work. Old unreliable Mead. So I don't know. Send me an email or send a carrier pigeon, folks, if you have a request what you want the show to be. Because I have I'll keep doing it, but I don't know what it should.
How about
like.
this? When football season starts, remember when Kevin used to do the weekly betting shows?
Yeah.
So you have to, I guess, PayPal into a pool and maybe do that, like where we can actually
That's the
bet.
sports show. That's a different show. I'm talking about this
but
show.
Add gambling to it. Like Vinny Cash. I
do add gambling. I pick all the games
he's a
every week.
fucking alcoholic, a fucking drug addict, and a fucking gambler.
Leave my
he's
co-host out of
in,
this.
man. He's in.
You want Vinny? Yeah, but that's the sports show.
The great Kevin Brannon. He always he says it comes down to one thing, buddy. Availability. You need to find someone who's available when you're available, and then you got a show, dude. That's pretty simple.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm not going to lower myself to what these other shows are doing with just they're all talking about the same shit. It's boring.
Well, you want a good host like
no
me,
offense,
but he's never available. Like you got to find some schlub, some loser like
but
me.
I also don't really. Well, listen, I can do a show. I suppose I could do a show once a week and talk about stuff, but even I don't even like that as a product. I just want to do what me and I just want Skimask back. I want to do what me and Skimask did and just talk about nonsense for an hour. I don't want to talk about fucking Chad or any of these losers like these other shows. I don't give a fuck about any of these people. I do enough shit. I can talk about it, and I also don't want to do fucking stories like like a fucking news program. Oh, what? Let me comment. Oh, the Epstein list. I don't give a fuck. I got bills to pay. Go touch a kid. Don't touch a kid. Touch all the kids or don't touch a kid. Have your kid aborted. Don't have it aborted. Kill your kid when it comes out of your womb. Keep it forever. Have sex with a black and never see the parent, or get married and be a Catholic. I don't care. But who cares? I don't want to talk. I want to talk about what I want to talk about. But I need someone to do it with me.
I can't help you. I'm signed to Clown Town.
Yeah, you're Clown Town. Yeah, great. Clown Town. I'm sure that's fucking great.
You could do tire changing videos. You could do kayak adventures in the Sound.
I do my Stancil outdoors. The Sound is beautiful. I was just out last week. I almost went to Long Island the other day. But the weather didn't cooperate. Great question, actually. Unbelievable.
Fire Island? Did you say Fire Island?
Right. Fire crotch. Get Lady KB back in.
Hey, I think, am I wrong that that Monday when Ski passed, when I found out, you did a stream and you didn't talk. Did you know about it at that time?
Which stream?
I could be
No,
wrong.
I
on
didn't
this.
know about it Monday. I didn't know about it for sure. I don't think till Tuesday night or Wednesday.
Yeah, because I could be wrong. Maybe it was a stream from a couple of days before, but
No, you're right.
you were
I
just
did
on the
know.
sound. You were on the sound, and you didn't talk. You were just, and I thought that was, pretty cool, man, because of what was going on. I thought that you just had to get away for a while. And
You're
clear your
right.
head.
You're right. No, I did Monday. That Monday, because I remember, because I thought it was odd and in a sick way fitting. I know that Monday night, me and Mead took the boat out, and obviously Ski was a mariner. So looking back, I thought that was kind of fitting that we were out in the boat when he was, unfortunately going through his troubles. But no, I didn't know about it Monday. No, I didn't find out about it for sure. I don't think until really Wednesday, because I remember I was very busy that Tuesday and a couple texts or missed calls, and I was just running around. I didn't get, me and phones. I don't really do phones. And finally, Cabana reached out to me that Wednesday, and that was that. So, I don't know. And anywho, who gives a
All right, so
fuck?
So all I was saying was, if you're going to continue with the sports show, let's, incorporate some gambling.
I do gamble during football season. I pick all the games and I do parlays. What do you want? Gambling? I got to handle people.
Don't put the money in Mead's account. Make sure it's in.
Don't put it in Chad's
You know what?
either.
Let Julio do the finance. I trust him.
Oh, Julio. Oh, White Julio as well wanted to make it. He was very sad. News. As was Chuck. Chuck's doing his own thing these days. But I talked to Chuck for a bit after I called Chuck.
I can't bring myself to call him because I know I'm going to break down on the phone. So
Chuck.
I kind of avoided.
Listen. Like
he was tight. He was tight with him, man.
Yes.
He was tight.
And not only tight, but he was very good. He was very good to Ski Mask. He was living at his house. Throughout all, he could have been a real dick if he wanted to be, and had every right to be with everything that happened. But always very good to Ski, and so God bless Chuck. Godspeed to Chuck, and to the Father Fens, of course, our dear friend Father Fens. In the early days was a big, huh? Who's that?
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, man.
That's okay. Who's that? Get him on the show. Who is it? A dog?
It's Ice.
Whoever it is, let's see their cock.
I think he's probably got a couple of Mexicans living in his house.
Gardeners. That's what we call them here.
Yeah, like when it comes to Chuck, I was talking to Vinny Cass the other day, and he goes, I've never been at a bar with Ski Mask that we've never got thrown out of. And I started to think, I've only been to a couple of bars with him, and both times we got thrown out. And the one place it was me, Ski and Chucky. And it was in Port Chester. We went to that show. I think you were there.
No, but I know the story.
So we go into the place, and
Colony Pizza.
Right. Chuck actually built the place. He
literally made the architectural plans.
And we still got thrown out.
Chuck got thrown out of the building he literally made.
He built it.
Classic.
No, it was Ski Mask and my fault because the lady, it was something about money, and I said, "What? My money's not good here? Like, well, go fuck yourself." Some wise ass answer. But yeah, we all got tossed out.
Speaking, just traded my 30 euros in at the bank right before we started this, just so you know, Timmy. I had 30 euros left. Came out to $32.68 American, just so you know.
Yeah.
You ever been to Italy?
So listen, I have no fucking, I don't want to leave the United States.
Big hogs. Big Italian. Yes, hogs!
All right, so listen.
All right, where do you got to go?
I got to sober up.
I got to start ending this show.
Up and go to work.
Do your plugs.
Do your plugs. What are you going to watch? Clown Talk? You fucking homo.
Clown Town is on Saturday night, like 11 o'clock. This week I'm
Don't
going
watch
to Mom.
it.
to Monmouth Racetrack. There's going to be a bunch of fucking nitwits down there. And
What?
Yeah, Monmouth. This last year we went. Kevin was there, Brennan.
You're going to a racetrack?
Yeah, it's a horse racetrack.
Wait. This is something you're doing
Yeah, I
on the air?
remember that.
You're just telling your plans?
Yeah, there's a bunch of people going. Probably 30 people going to be there.
What are you talking about?
It's a race. It's like the Kentucky Derby in New Jersey. Dude.
Who's going?
Me. Flimsy Greenberg. Tio Hank. Shmuel Buckman. His wife. Dirty Deeds.
All right. These are all losers.
Maybe
These
Vinny
are all
Cash.
super chat
Vinny
losers.
Cash.
All right. Vinny
That's
Cash
still-
is fine.
Vinny Cash. I'll know
Kevy Brenny?
Friday if we go.
Kevy Brenny?
Kevin, I don't. If Kevin goes, he hasn't contacted me. He may just show up, but I don't know.
I remember your picture last year of you and Kevy.
Yeah, Kevin and Mammy and yeah.
Well, I hope it's
Johnny
a terrible
the great
time.
Johnny Carson's going to be there. You know,
Johnny
he's a
Carson,
legend.
Carson, the fish man.
See
All
if
right,
you
so
could,
let me.
see if you could talk them into stop ruining once great show.
All right, so let me go. I got to sober up and I got to go to work. Listen,
Sober up. What were you on?
I had a couple beers.
Yeah.
And,
All right, Timmy.
Listen. Before I go, one of the last times that I blocked ski was for like a month, and Cabana got back to me. He's like, "Did you block Kevin?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So what happened was, Ryan had to go to work. My youngest son Ryan, and I get in the car and I put my phone on the phone holder, which is right on my dashboard, and Kevin sends me a text. And, I hit the phone and it's just a picture of his erect cock in his hand. And I'm driving. So I like when I hit the button, Ryan's sitting next to me, my son, and he's looking at it and he's like, "Dad." And I looked and I'm like, "What the fuck?" And I just, I actually slapped the thing off the holder, and then I blocked him after that. But, I'm gonna definitely see Vinny Cash this weekend, and we're gonna make a plan to fly down and see Cabana and Ski's dad in September.
All right. Well,
I think we're gonna go to a
that,
motocross race. I think a motocross race is what we're gonna do.
Yes.
But
Cabana mentioned that to me too. Let me know, and we'll talk off air. Let me know about that, because that would be something I would like to do if I could do it. And tell Vinny Cash to hit me up if he's going to be in the area. I'll hook him up in the city.
And I don't even know what to say, man. I mean, Ski was like, he threw this term around a lot. Best friend, right? Quad, best friend. You're my best friend. And he was one of my best friends. And I'm going to miss him, man. So.
I appreciate it, Timmy.
Yeah, no, this sucks, man. It really does. But he was a good kid, man. Good kid. All right.
Yeah, and you were always very good to him. Just obviously, I know you know
I loved
that.
him. I loved
him.
him.
You were very, very good to him and have to be. And we appreciate you, Timmy. We'll talk soon. Teamster Tim, ladies and gentlemen, a podcast and broadcast legend. There you go. Oh, Quad. I'm going to start wrapping this up. Do you have anything you wanted to talk about or say, or any favorite moments, anything gay?
Oh, fuck. They're all favorite moments. What are you talking about? Like pulling his ball, you too, fucking ball bags and dicks on my show. You guys were legends. Cabana even came in naked one time while I had some fucking off the fucking wall guest on, just fucking on. Constant, hilarious, constant content. Fun, man. Just
That's
a lot
it.
of fun with
That's
Ski,
the motto.
dude. And I don't know. I do know whatever he did plan to. Did he ever talk to you about dipping out and moving up to Alaska and just doing his fishery shit?
Sure. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard all the plans along the way.
Yeah, he had plans, man. That's when a guy's fucking 30 years old and has plans for life, and that I kind of think that's where he was headed. Move up to Alaska, get back to doing the fishery thing, and here we are instead. But
yeah,
whatever. He died with dreams, man. and great dude. A wild motherfucker. Like, I don't know what it would have been like hanging out with him in person in a wheelchair. I'm sure it would have been fucking, he probably would have annoyed the hell out of me, and I had a blast all at the same time because he's just a wild motherfucker. But yeah, we never got to meet in person, but that's one of the disadvantages of living all the way out here on the West Coast solo show.
Well, Quad, you're another one. Appreciate you. I don't have to tell you or anybody, not like who the fuck am I, but you're always a good egg to ski. I know you guys talked a lot as well. So appreciate you having us on as much as we had you on as well. But we'll also, Gab, send the link, kick balls. If you ever need somebody to show their balls, I'm around. And
thanks, man.
We'll Gab. Keep doing what you're doing, buddy.
Yeah. Keep your head up. Let's go. Let's keep
All
doing
right.
it.
Yeah, don't be gay. Ski wouldn't want anyone to be gay. All right, buddy.
Yeah, I try not to.
No, don't
Later,
be gay.
bro.
All right. Gay is the way. Woodrow, $4.99. Stancil, before you end the show, get rid of the guest and talk directly to the camera. Express your feelings about Ski, your friend. What do you think is my first fucking rodeo, Woodrow? You think I don't know what I'm doing? I don't have, listen, I'll tell you right now, I don't have any big soliloquy on the sportsman. And thank you, Woodrow. Very nice of you for super chatting. I read a whatever on the Sports Mask special. I wanted to just get out there that in the dark of night, the year 2025, if you want to go, whatever. I don't have anything too gay to say. Just quick business before we wrap it up. Patreon is $3. As I've always say, look at it as a once a month super chat. That's the best way to support the show. That's the way we appreciate, or I guess me now. Is the Patreon, and you get shit. So it's not just like throwing it in nowhere. I got Naples. I got a live thing from Naples up there. I got a live thing from Palermo up there, and I did like almost an hour Stancil drive when I was drunk driving into the city last weekend. That's on the Patreon. Whatever, if you want or don't. Yeah, like I said, unfortunately, if you're looking for a big gay moment, I don't really have it because, again, like as I said to those gentlemen, I didn't want to. We got to keep pumping on as Ski Mask would want us to, or me to. So we'll see what this show looks like, which could be interesting for you people. Here's the thing: I wouldn't. Now listen, I went to Compound. And I was lucky enough to get through. Because listen, I've never had any delusions, unlike many people, of what I am. I'm a fan. I guess people found me entertaining enough or had enough stories. Gino would have me on. Kevin would have me on now and then on MLC. But Ski Mask was the one who really stayed on me to do podcasting and to keep doing dumb shows. And yes, those were, as we all kind of covered this, 2 hours. I was going to say hour. As we covered the last 2 hours, the strange and dark times of COVID in 2020 and 2021. And if you watch the show, you know the shit I was going through, where I went from living in a beautiful house on 2 acres to living in my mother's garage after me and the ex split up. And so those were some strange times. You can go watch those episodes of In the Garage, just getting hammered on the air. But in the early days, his podcast was one of the few things I was having to look forward to. And Ski, maybe you people don't want to hear this, but Ski was, essentially my biggest supporter. No matter what show I did, I would get a text how good it was. It's fucking hilarious. You got to keep doing it. You got to do more. And even more than that, we would text all the time. We would text just as much about, probably more about Twitter dumb shit than show dumb shit, which I may miss as much, if not more, because we both understood each other. While we weren't the same person and disagreed on stuff, we understood what each other was doing, which is why I've always had fun doing it. So yeah, again, I wouldn't have done any of this. None of this would have happened. 300 episodes. I'm up to like 120 episodes on the sports. None of that would have happened if Ski didn't keep bothering me to do shows over the years. Even up till recently. Like, I don't feel like doing it. You got to put one out. You got to put one out. So, as cliche and gay as it sounds, he truly was my biggest fan and supporter. And that's no offense or offense to anyone else. But, yeah. He was a lot of times the only reason I would do this show. And then, like I said, in the early years, in the beginning when I started co-hosting, most weeks and days, the show was what I had to look forward to, very much so. So, it's one of those things, like Timmy said, hasn't really sunk in yet even now. I don't even know what I'll be missing because it's the feedback we always had back and forth about the show we did or what this guy said on Twitter, how gay this is. Even that, just when I would have a take, he'd be like, that's fucking funny, or you're right, when no one else really got what we were doing. Yeah. So that's the State of the Union. A couple people, before I go, because I wanted to do this earlier, but some people to thank either recently or in the past. We had Shuli on. I said Shuli was one of the people who, a lot of people text me, but I was surprised to get a text from Shuli. That was very nice of him. Kelly P, the infamous Kelly P. I know her and Ski would talk a lot on the phone as well, talking about dumb shit, talking about real shit. The Levies, both Gina and Bob reached out to me afterwards, which is very nice of them. Bob, I've involved in some classic episodes of this show in the early days, as we just talked about, me drinking my own piss. There was this. Let's see if my computer can even process it. But we'll all remember this.
Hot dogs. We're going to have 3 minutes to finish. Okay.
If you just suck that for 3 minutes, that'd be all right.
Yeah, we'll do that later.
I'll leave this here. You want my dick? You want my dick? You want? Fucking take my dick.
Okay. What is that, sweet tea? Does that make it go down easier?
Classic Levy. So thank you to Levy, not only for reaching out, but for coming on throughout the years. Alex Stein, want to give a shout out. He was very nice and has been sent me many messages about him. And that was Ski's. They were both Texas boys. And obviously Alex Stein is doing God numbers on anything he does. He's on a whole nother level than all of us losers. But Stein has been very nice reaching out and actually checking in even with how busy he is. So you could think about what you want about his politics and shit, but he's a good egg. And he actually hit me up. I didn't even need to. I told him welcome to come on today. He was like, he gave me his whole schedule. He's doing this and that, but so anyway, shout out to Stein. Shout out to Chrissy Mayer. Chrissy Mayer was and Frank. Sorry, Kevin and all you other losers. Chrissy Mayer and Frank were a very big part. We can't, lest we forget, in the early days, Frank helped Ski, I know, set up this very YouTube page, helped him with getting up to 1,000 subscribers. Chrissy, I think Chrissy might have been the first show we were officially on. It was me, Skimask, and Mead. When Figs used to still co-host The Wet Spot. So thank you, Chrissy, for putting us out there. In the early days and later, still a supporter. Save for Gino, even though Gino did ban Ski along the way at one point when I was co-hosting. What happened? I don't even remember what happened. For being too drunk in the studio, which is hilarious. But regardless, Gino did always supported the show and gave us a chance on his shows and whatnot. And a shout out to Glenn Rice, 1989. He sent me a picture the other day. He's repping the Ski Mask shirt in Canada. I don't even know if he's on anything, but James Mall actually saw the Soccer Ball Comedy Club in person, was nice enough to offer his condolences a few weeks ago. So that was again, not everybody's on Twitter or any of this bullshit. And of course, how is the mood striking you now? Appreciate you clipping these shows over the years and continue to do so. I don't have too much else, folks. Sorry I don't have a big moment for you, but I'm not going to, again, as the show is and always will be and always was as Skimask wanted it, no bullshit. Everything we said is true. We're not doing works like all the other show and making up drama out of nothing. I'll just say I will miss, probably haven't started knowing how much I miss my co-hosts and Ski and Kevin Shackelford, if you will, for supporting me in this arena. This has always just been a hobby of mine, doing shit ever since I was a young boy. And that's not even a joke. I would do concerts and shows for my family, and then me and my friends would do shows, and then later this. But so in this this corner of, I guess, my life of doing shows, Ski by far was the biggest supporter, and definitely wouldn't have been doing it this long without him, which is why I'm going to do my best to keep pushing on, as I know he'd want me to. You've heard him say it on the air, and he's done. This is all mine. So this beautiful Skimask Media Kingdom is now all mine. Thank you, Ski, for passing. Now I don't, at least I don't have to split it two ways anymore, right, Ski? Even though I told him the last 6 months I needed all the money because I was doing all the work. So yeah, we'll see what it looks like. We'll figure it out. Sports Mask will be back, by the way. I mean, the first couple of years of Sports Mask, we only did football season, and I've been keeping it all year long the last year, this summer. So we used to take the whole summer off for Sports Mask. There just hasn't been much in the news. I mean, this is you've heard me talk about on that show, the sports desert of when the football season ends till baseball starts. We're in a mini sports desert right now. After the All-Star game, there's a British Open going on this weekend. But this is the summer low point of sports. So won't be a sports this week. I'll probably do a sports next week, Sports Mask Collective, because I do have a little list going. I got to touch on some All-Star stuff and the second half of the MLB season we'll talk about. Going to the Mets game Monday, by the way. WWE night, Monday night at Citi Field. So that's it. Skimask, we all miss you. I love you. And to bring it all back as from whence we began, as the official and still official MLC wrap-up show. We'll make MLC great again. Oh, let me say this. Here's some juicy shit at the end. My no thanks list. Chad Zumach, obviously, he totally stinks. I mean, again, like I tweeted yesterday, it's not even funny anymore. He's literally just a piece of shit. I don't know anybody still supports anything he does. Barry Ribs is a real piece of shit, even though we had him on the show a ton when nobody knew who he was. After MLC, we would have him on. Flat Cat, the dumb bitch. She still continues supporting these shows without supporting the show that also got her on, so fuck her. And, unfortunately, Kevin Brennan is pretty shitty. The only thing, the kid, Skimask made a show, MLC wrap-up show, essentially all promoting MLC. Not that he owes us anything. The only thing I've heard from Kevin Brennan is I got a text was he died, and that was it. No follow-up. No this. Not that he needs to do anything or whatever, but I just thought that was pretty shitty. So, and again, I'm not going to bullshit. Thought that was pretty shitty. I don't hate the guy, but, again, Shuli, you got people, Shuli, Levy's, Stein, all these other people reaching out. The guy who the kid made a show all about, Kevin Brennan, barely anything from on it except from grifting off of his death. So just a big X for Kevin on this one. Sorry, it's just the truth. But I still love Kevin. I still love MLC. I hope it can be made great again. There's spurts of it here and there with the guests. I really wish Kevin would get back into the clubs, or at least having contemporary people on rather than Fred Stoller and a bunch of nobodies. But who am I? But I have to tell the truth now more than ever. With Skimask gone, nobody else is going to do it. Stancil Dramas will keep doing it. I'm not going to give in. I'm not going to talk about all these losers and make a show about all these losers, because who gives a fuck? I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about, which is what we've always done. I'll rant about traffic. I'll talk about what you do to your kids and whatever, and we'll see what happens. So stay tuned. We'll see what happens in the future. And in all seriousness, thank you. By the way, I almost didn't want to name anyone because I didn't want to leave people out, but I know a lot of you reached out, and none of you had to. So the ones who did, it was very nice of you. Honestly and sincerely, no bullshit. Yeah, join the Patreon. All right, I'll leave you with this. And as always, count all the troops and bring home the votes. And we'll see you next time to bring it all back from whence this began, from humble beginnings. I know me and Ski talked about it a bunch of times along the way, because we never had any expectations. We're always very realistic with who we are. Just the surrealness. I mean, Skimask was on MLC, the show we both just like to be a fan of. I've been on MLC. Kevin's been on here. I mean, as I've said in this realm of my life, if I were to never do another show, I've far achieved more than anything I could have ever thought of getting as a boy, as far as this broadcasting and podcasting bullshit goes. So thank you all. Godspeed. I'll leave you with this.
On you, or is it kind of the same thing?
Yeah, but I know Skimask. I know.
Okay.
I've hung out with Skimask. I know. Like again, like I told Skimask, I said we played poker for a long time, and when we did comedians at a compound last April or whatever it was, and then we got something to eat together. I was like, me and Skimask are, I consider him a friend now. I mean, he's a fucking idiot,
Yeah.
but I consider him like, we're on friendly terms. So
He's like the nephew you never had.